Hi, Miss Ruth. Good afternoon. How's your day going?
Hi, Miss Angel. I'm good.
Okay, so great to know that you're good. I'm glad that you made it today. Now, before we get started,
Yes.
let me introduce myself. I am Angelica Sanchez, and I am the founder of Creative Anonymous Creative Agency. Now, before we dive into this interview, I want to thank you for taking time to meet me today. So, to give you an idea of what we cover today is that going to ask you a few questions about yourself, your experiences like that, and then I'm gonna answer any questions you might have. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, to kick things off, I'd love to get to know you a bit, Miss Ruth. Can you tell me something about yourself?
Yes, I'm Feby Ruth from the Philippines. I'm a detail-oriented virtual assistant with training in AI-powered integration or administrative support. And I recently completed a intensive training of virtual assistants with AI integration is sponsored by the Department of Information and Communications Technology, where I was taught with skills in email management, calendar organization, also workflow optimization, and digital productivity tools. I also have training in sales, real estate, and um, customer service. So I was taught how to communicate effectively and efficiently under pressure.
Okay, thanks for sharing those things about you. I'm glad to hear that. Now, I would like to know your strengths, Miss Ruth. What are your greatest strengths?
Yes, my greatest strength I consider is my organizational skills. So I also and also my proficiency in digital productivity tools like Microsoft Office, um, management tools like Trello. So also my proficiency in Canva. So these tools really enhance my productivity, and I'm sure that it helps me make my work or tasks done at the and help me meet deadlines on time.
Okay, great. Now, we all know that nobody's perfect, and that's
Yes.
okay, right? Now, what do you think is your biggest weakness?
I think my biggest weakness is my being overly critic with my work or projects. So I spend extra time reviewing and polishing it to make it perfect or flawless. But then I realize it's also taking me longer to finish it. So what I do is I manage to address this. I manage my time well, focusing only on the urgency of the project. And also I also make it sure that I balance quality and efficient in my work.
Okay, got it. Thank you for sharing your weakness. Not all people can share their weakness. Now, let's talk about availability.
Yes.
This role requires you to work 40 hours a week
Mhm.
in Eastern Standard Time Zone, which means you will be working mostly at night, midnight, up
Mm.
to early morning. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that's okay with me since I have a flexible schedule, so I can easily adjust to what my work or task needs to needs to do. And also I am willing to adapt to scheduling tools that will help me um stay organized and communicate effectively with the and ensure tasks are meeting the deadlines on time.
Okay, got it. Great to know that your schedule is flexible. Now, since we are an agency, collaboration is a big part of this role. Now, are you comfortable working with a team or you prefer working independently?
I can do both actually. So I love collaborating with teams because I'm a team player. And also I am comfortable doing my work independently with clear instructions.
Okay, great. Now, since this is a social media role, we will be using a lot of tools, AI tools, content creation tools, and other tools that, like, for example, scheduling tools. Now, I want to make sure we're aligned on the tools that we're using. Can you share what tools and software are you familiar with?
Yes, I am familiar with using Google Workspace, Canva, project management like Trello and Notion, and social media scheduling tools like Buffer. And I also enjoy learning new technologies that can help me um, quickly adapt to different platforms and workflows as needed.
Okay, got it. Thank you for sharing the tools that you're familiar with. Now, since we are an agency, we are managing multiple clients, accounts, and there are a lot of tasks really.
Mm-mm.
Now, how do you manage multiple tasks or clients at the same time?
I manage multiple tasks and clients at the same time by using management tools and project management tools like Trello. Also, the Google Calendar is a big help for me because I use it to check what are the projects that needs urgency so that I can also meet the deadlines on time. Plus, I make sure to communicate with the client so everyone is always on the same page.
Okay. Now, with all the responsibilities mentioned in the job post, may I ask you if uh what is your service fee range for this role?
Mm-mm. So my service range fee for this role is $800 per month, which aligns with the specialized AI tools and social media skills I bring from my DICT training. However, I'm open to discussing the exact scope of work to ensure we find the setup that works best for both of us and the business.
Okay. We can talk about that during the final interview.
Yes.
Now, we all know that remote work depends a lot on stable internet connection. Can I ask you, Miss Ruth, how fast is your internet? And what's your backup plan if there is a power interruption in your area?
Yeah, so my main connection is fiber at 100 Mbps. I also have a power bank as backup plan. And I also have a co-working space where I can go for critical deadlines if needed.
Okay, great. Great to know that you have a backup plan like a co-working space.
Mm,
It's great to know that. Now, I'd like to know your goals as a virtual assistant.
mm.
Where do you see yourself in 2 years as a VA?
2 years from now, I would like to see myself as a fully specialized VA, and then especially in social media management, helping businesses grow through consistent content and AI workflows. And also, I would like to build long term relationships with my clients where I can be a trusted partner. And also, I would like to continue upskilling so that my tech and strategy skills stay updated and ahead of the curve.
Okay, great. Now, one in handling client accounts uh, is a serious responsibility. And one, as a virtual assistant, that kind of task is our responsibility. Now, can you share how do you ensure data privacy and confidentiality?
Mm. I take data privacy seriously, and I ensure confidentiality by using a password a manager like LastPass, and I also use two-factor authentication and never share credentials via unsecured chats. And I'm also fully committed to signing up NDAs if needed and required.
Okay, great. Now, for the last question, before we end this interview, is that how do you respond when you receive negative feedback from a client?
Yes, I take that as constructive criticism and learnings that I can fully adapt to. So it's good if someone is going to tell me what's wrong or what's the part that I needed to improve, so that I know what are the things that I will work well the next time. And I also believe that open feedback is essential for building a successful working relationship.
Okay, great. Great answer. I like your answer. Now, before we wrap this up, do you have any questions about the role, about the agency? Any
Mm-mm.
questions you might have, Miss Ruth?
Yes, I would like to know how is the typical day going if uh, with this kind of job, and do you prefer daily syncs or asynchronous updates? And if we move forward, what would be the timeline and the next steps?
Okay, so for the typical day, of course, you will be creating content, you will be engaging with the clients, audiences, the followers, you will be scheduling content, you'll conduct market research, and then of course you'll check the analytics and then create reports, and there. That's the typical day of being a social media assistant in our agency. Now, for the daily syncs and asynchronous, I think that's what you have
Mm-mm.
said. So we
Yes, ma'am.
primarily use a communication tools through like Slack, with
Mm-mm.
meetings scheduled when necessary, and sometimes we also use Zoom.
Ah,
And
okay, great.
then, can you again ask the third question?
Yes, if we move forward, what would be the next step and the timeline?
Okay. So the typical timeline would be 1 to 2 weeks after the interviews are completed, because we will review all the recording
Yes.
of this initial interview, and then for the next step, of course, after reviewing, is that we will reach out to each and every one, the next step, which is the final interview via email.
Okay.
That's it. Do you have any other questions, Miss Ruth?
No more, ma'am.
Okay. So now, before I end this interview, thank you again. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I appreciate your interest in this social media assistant role. Now, thank you and have a great day, Miss Ruth.